So today, Scarlett is going to help me do a lesson on counting back change. So the first thing that we want to talk about is why you would want to know this skill. Back before people use debit cards and credit cards so commonly, they used to use cash. Now, cash is delightful and lovely, but you actually have to have it with you, and a lot of people don't carry cash anymore. And a lot of the cash registers these days don't require you to carry cash. So for a lot of people, myself included, it's just easier to carry a plastic card. They run it, it comes out of my bank account, and I'm not dealing with change. However, there are still a lot of people who use cash, and especially if you are doing something like a garage sale or something like that, you're going to need to know how to accurately count back change. Because when doing your math, if you don't count back change accurately, you're either going to lose money or you're going to make people mad for trying to take their money. It's just one of the best ways to make people angry is to mess with their money. So this used to be a skill that you learned on the job. You'd probably heard this happen every single time you went with your family to the store. But then when you got a job, you would learn how to use a cash register. You would learn how to count back change. However, most places now have electronic cash registers, so this just isn't a skill that's taught in a lot of jobs that you get, but you're going to need to know it. So let's say I go to the store. The fabulous Scarlett is helping me. I pay with a $5 bill, and the item costs $3.12. So I gave her $5. I only owed $3.12. She has to give me money back. Now, I can work this out, paper, pencil. I'm going to have to do some regrouping across zeros, or I just count back the change. So the goal here is to get to, oh, not yet. The goal here is to get to numbers that end in zeros or fives to make life easy. So see how I start here with $3.12 is what I owe? I'm going to count back change to you this first time. I am going to start with 3 pennies. And if I add 3 pennies to the 12, I'm going to end up with 15, which is going to be a nicer number to work with. So then I've counted back and I've added 3 more pennies, so I'll say 3.12 plus 3 pennies, 3.15. Now I'm going to add a nickel to get to 3.20. Then I could add nickels and dimes and all that, or instead of adding a nickel, I could also just start with a dime. There's really no wrong way to do this. And sometimes people will tell you, oh, I only want dimes, or oh, I only want quarters. So if people have a preference, they'll usually tell you. So if I start at 3.12, add 3 pennies, I'm at 3.15. Add a dime, I'm at 3.25. Then I'm going to add 3 quarters. Now I'm up to $4. And I just need to give 1 more dollar. And now I've added enough change that if I start with $3.12 is what I owe, I add 3 to get to 3.15, 3.25, $4, and 1 more dollar makes $5. Now I've counted back. I didn't have to get out any paper and pencil. It was quick. You're going on your day, and you're not mad at me because I didn't shortchange you, but I also didn't accidentally pay you too much. Now, when I'm doing this on paper and pencil, I have to do some regrouping. And so I'll end up with 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 1 is 8. 4 minus 3 is 1. So I should have $1.88. So let's look down and double check that I have that. So I have $1.
$1.
75. 85, 88.
Yeah.
Very nice. Now, a very, very common mistake, when people are doing this in their head, they almost always forget to regroup. And they actually end up giving $1 too much back every single time. Now, it doesn't seem like a big, huge mistake. It's $1. But if you do that and you have 100 customers, how much money did you just lose? 100, right? So do you think your boss is going to be very happy if you end up losing $100 because you couldn't give back change correctly?
Mm-mm.
No. And let me tell you, customers are going to be extremely upset if you shortchange them. They don't like that. So let's start off, and this time I'm going to help you work through it. I am going to receive a $5 bill, but the thing that you bought is only $1.17. So we're going to say,
Just give me $2.
I know. We're going to say you just had a 5 in your pocket. You paid with a 5, but it only cost $1.17. So you are going to count back change to me this time, and I'll help you work through it. All right, so what do you think you should do first?
Can I do this first and then that?
No, you don't need to do this if you count back change. So if I start with the 17, what can I add to that to get it to be a nice even number? Oh, you think $4?
And then the other cents.
$4 and the other cents? You would have overpaid me. You got to start with the pennies first.
Okay.
So if you start with 7, what do you need to add to that to get to a nice round number? So you're going to grab 3 more pennies. Now I've counted up to 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then what do you want to do to get to the next dollar? You're at 20 cents. Okay, so if you grab 3/4, you'll get to 95. So you're probably going to want to do,
Just 2.
well, no. If you're at 20, what happens if you add a nickel?
25.
25. And then you can start grabbing quarters. So grab a nickel. All right. And so now you're at 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents. What else do you need to grab? You're at 75 cents. $1. So when I get to there, I'll say plus 3 pennies is 20, 25, $2, because I've counted up to $2. Now you're going to start grabbing the dollar bill. So you're at $2. And then you're going to count it back to me and say plus 3, 4, and 5. So now when we look down at our money, you can see where we counted out 3 pennies, a nickel, 3/4, and $3 bills. Now, the reason you're going to do this is because you don't want to take the time to do paper pencil. You just hand this back to the person in their hand. So let me demonstrate what that would look like. All right, I charged you $1.17. You gave me $5 bill, right? So put your hand out. And I'll say, all right, so that was $1.17. Plus 3 is 20, 25, $2, 3, 4, and $5 is your change. And then you go off on your merry little way, and we don't need any paper and pencil. Very quick, right? All right, let's do one more of those. We'll just keep with 5 because that is a nice, easy number to work with. And this time we're going to say that we spent $2.74. So I give you 5. I only owe you $2.74. Now give me my change.
Okay.
So I've got my hand out, and I'm waiting, and I'm busy. And I don't want to take a lot of time with this interaction.
Was that?
Okay, well, you're at 74.
Oh. So,
Huh?
that.
So now you're 75.
Take that pennies.
Mm-hmm.
Nickel.
Now you're at 80. Do you need the nickel?
No.
No. So now how many dollars are you at here? We started at 274. So now you're 3.
And then.
You got to put it in my hand
Boop.
here.
Boop.
4 and 5 makes my change. No, instead of saying boop, you actually have to say it out loud.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to do one more where I demonstrate, and then that's the part where you can start practicing. This time, we're going to pretend that $10 bill was what we used to pay it, and that $8.27 is all that was owed. So $10 bill only owed $8.27. So I'm going to count back to you on this one. So put your hand out. So 27, oops, plus 3 pennies is 30, dime 40, 50, 9, and 10 is your change. Now you've got all your money ready to rock and roll. Will you set that up? And we will double check our math using paper pencil. So when I regroup across zeros, I have to come all the way over to here and regroup my 10. All right. So I'm going to have 10 minus 7 equals 3. 9 minus 2 equals...
Oh, 7.
7. 9 minus 8 equals...
1.
1. So I should have $1.73. And when we look down here, we will see $1, 50, 60, 73. So we know we did it correctly. Excellent. Now, sometimes you will get people coming through who say, oh, you know what? I've got some change in my purse. It's heavy. I don't want to bother with it. Can I just give you the 27 cents? So now, instead of just giving me the $10 bill, they're going to dig through and get $10.27. They only owed $8.27. So now how much change do I give them?
What's the weight?
Yeah, I actually dug through my purse, gave you $10.27. And I owe you $8.27. So what's my change? Don't overthink it.
I give you $2.
$2. Now, that look you gave me, like I was crazy, I have gotten that look from cashiers who are like, but lady, you only owed me $8.27. You gave me more money than you should have given me. And I'm like, I know, because I don't want all of these coins. I just want $2. That's so much easier to put in my wallet. So sometimes you might get people who say, oh, I'll just give you the pennies. So instead of having to give me back all of these little pieces of change, I could just get maybe 50 cents and a dollar bill. So this is something that we're going to do some practicing on, and the only way to get really good at this is to practice it. Sound good? Thanks for being my guinea pig. Awesome.